Okay. All praises be to the Most High, Ahaya, in the name of Yeshua. Um, Here to talk about tithes. Tithes. So-called tithes, the tithes back then in the biblical and the Old Testament is a whole lot different from the modern day tithes. And we can see just from the scriptures that the people has changed the word of the Most High. And when I was in Christianity, I'm no longer in Christianity, but I've come out studying and finding out the truth. And one thing about it, it's one thing to be taught by man and their way, their custom and tradition. It's another thing to be taught by the Most High, by His Spirit. That's how He teach you. You have to read and study His word. Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High. A workman need not to be ashamed, rightly divide the word of truth. Now, I've given a lot of money paying my tithes, and not even knowing where my next meal sometime may come from, or how I'm gonna pay this bill, how I'm gonna pay rent, how I'm gonna pay lights, But to come to find out, it was all a scam. It's a scam. And we're going to see that according to the Bible, that is a lie. That tithes is money. Nowhere in the Bible you can find that. Nowhere. That's why it's very important that you be not deceived. Now we're going to start off from Malachi chapter 2 and 7. Now to those that are teaching, to the head, the leader is supposed to be a pastor or a leader, a shepherd of the flock. You teaching otherwise. You trying to get people out of their money. That's all it's doing. You learn from someone else. It's hand-me-down doctrine. That's all it is, lies and fables. That's all it is. So when you teaching this stuff, you're not teaching the word of the Most High. You're teaching what you have been taught by man, right? Give me a Malachi chapter 2 verse 7.
Malachi chapter 2 verse 7.
Read.
For the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
For those who are in leadership, right, shall keep knowledge. What knowledge? Knowledge of the Most High. It's the word of the Most High. Keep His knowledge. Not your own knowledge, not what you have been taught. Not doing things your own way to benefit your own self. Read.
And they should seek the law at His mouth.
And they shall seek the law at His mouth. So the law of the Most High should be coming out of the man, of so-called man of God mouth, right? But instead, we see that the word of the Most High has been manipulated and turned around and used against the people to get their own pockets right, to finance their own self, right? All right, read on.
For He is the messenger of the Lord of hosts.
For ye are the messengers of the Lord of hosts, right? If this man's supposed to be sent from the Most High, right? So you're going to do the will of the Most High, like Yeshua, like the Messiah said in John 3 and 38. I come down from heaven, not to do my own will, but Him that sent me. So if this man was sent from the Most High, don't you know that he's going to be about His Father business? Don't you know he's going to be about the word of the Most High? He's going to teach, keeping on the commandments. He's not going to try to use people and get them out of their money, right? So we're going to know what tithes is. The Bible said to be not deceived. We need to be on the lookout for what's going on around us. Give me Colossians 2 and 8.
Colossians 2 and 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain and deceit.
Read it again. Beware. Beware means to be on the lookout for those who are ready to spoil you with false doctrine. Doctrine is not unsound and stable. It's going to be some people out here that's going to try to deceive you. They're going to try to get you out your money. Look at America. It's a scam. They're all about money. They give you help. They give you benefits, cash assistance, food stamps. Guess what? You get you get $600 worth of money from them, guess what they're gonna charge? You got to pay $6,000 back or something. It's all a gimmick. You got scams going on phones. They're trying to take your identity. It's websites. Everything is about the identity, but the church. But for the church to do it, we're supposed to be the people of the Most High. They're supposed to be the leader of the people of the Most High. But instead, they're trying to get out of the money. That's not how the Most High works. The Most High do not need money. What he need a sacrifice. Back then, they used to sacrifice stuff. Now, we should present our body a living sacrifice unto the Most High, holy and acceptable. That's the sacrifice. Right? Read on.
After the tradition of man.
After the tradition of men, not of the Most High. They're trying to fool you after the tradition of men and not of the Most High. See? It's lies that they try to come and deceive you and try to turn you away from the Most High, right? But the Most High said that these things will happen. Read on.
After the rudiments of the world.
After the things of the world. Mm-hmm.
And not after Christ.
And not after Christ. See? Trying to spoil you. See? These ain't nothing but satanic devices. These ain't nothing but weapons of destructions. Holidays. All this stuff was given to us. All this stuff was man-made after the rudiments of this world. Vain deceit. They're lies. Go with me to Malachi 3 and 8. Let me get that for you. Yep, Malachi 3 and 8. Yep, Malachi 3 and 8. Excuse me.
I got it.
Hold on. All right. Now, this is the favorite book that they use when they want to make you feel bad for not paying tithes, so-called tithes, right? But we're going to find out from the Bible what is tithes. Malachi 3 and 8.
Malachi 3 and 8.
Read.
Will a man rob God?
Will a man rob God? Mm-hmm.
Yet ye have robbed me.
Mm-hmm.
But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee?
Father, you say we robbed you, but how have we robbed you? Go ahead.
In tithes and offerings.
In tithes, plural, not one, and offering. So we're going to know what tithes and what offering is. Go ahead.
Ye are cursed with a curse,
Mm-hmm.
for ye have robbed me,
Mm-hmm.
even this whole nation.
Right.
Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in mine house.
So he said, bring all the tithes into the storehouse. So that means there's more than one tithe, right? While we right here paying one tithe, right? It look like we done shorted God somewhere, right? Since you want to teach that, right? Bring all the tithes into the storehouse. What is the storehouse? We're going to find out what is the storehouse. He said that there may be meat. We're going to find out what meat he's talking about. There's a spiritual side. There's a natural side to it. Spiritual meat, natural. Spiritual drink, natural. There's 3 different type of seeds. There's the seed that goes in the ground, the seed of the ground. There's the seed of man, and there's a seed from the trees. The word is a seed also to be planted in us, right? So we're gonna find out what tithe is, what offering is, and some of these things I'm not gonna go fully into, because you have to look it up yourself, right? I will give you the chapter. So instead of listening to man, let's see what the Most High have to say about this, right? We're gonna see what tithe is, offering. We're gonna see what meat is, and we're gonna see what did we get on there yet? By opening up the window of heaven, right? Read that.
And prove me now herewith, saith the Lord
Mm-hmm.
first, if I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it.
So if you pay these tithes, like I said, this is what the Most High said. If you pay the tithes, like I said, I'm gonna open up the windows. Try me and see will I not open up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that you will not have enough room to receive. So we're gonna find out what open the heavens mean and pour you out a blessing. All right. Go to Deuteronomy, the 14th chapter. We're about to find out what tithes is first of all. Hold on, let me turn there. You should be already there in a minute.
Okay, Deuteronomy 14.
Yes, sir. 14. 14 and start at the verse 22.
Okay.
Read.
Thou shalt truly tithe all the increase of thy seed.
Stop. It said, thou shalt truly tithe all the increase of thy seed. Now we're about to find out what seed he's talking about. Go ahead. Read it over. Start from the top.
Thou shalt truly tithe all the increase of thy seed,
Uh-huh.
that the field bringeth forth year by year.
That the field bringeth forth year by year. I mean, kind of simple right now. Thou shalt truly tithe all the increase that thou seed bringeth forth of the field year by year, right? Go ahead.
And thou shalt eat before the Lord thy God in the place which he shall choose to place his name there.
So you're going to bring your tithe. Not only is you going to bring your tithe, you're going to contribute. You're going to eat. You're going to get full, right? Nowhere in sight is there money involved. There will be a part where money will be involved, but we're going to see what it has to say about it. Go ahead.
The tithe of thy corn,
Tithe of thy corn, and thy wine,
and of thine oil,
and of thy oil. Go ahead.
and the firstlings of thy herds and of thy flocks.
The firstling of thy herd and thy flock, meaning the firstborns. Go ahead.
That thou mayest learn to fear the Lord thy God always.
That you may learn to fear the Lord thy God always. Go ahead.
And if the way be too long for thee, so that thou art not able to carry it.
If the way be too long, from here to there, where you supposed to bring the tithe, right? If it be too long, then go ahead.
The place be too long from far from thee, which the Lord thy God shall choose to set his name there. When the Lord thy God hath blessed thee, then shalt turn it into money and bind up the money in thine hand, and shalt go into the place which the Lord thy God shall choose, and thou shalt bestow that money for whatsoever thy soul lusteth after.
So, if the way be too long from where the Most High has placed his name, or shall place his name, we're finna find out that, then what you're gonna do, you're gonna sell it. Sell all the time. Sell your corn, your wine, your oil, your fruits from the trees, and the firstlings, your firstborn of your flocks and your herds. What you're gonna do is sell it and take the money in your hand and bring it unto the place which I have choose to place my name for you to bring the tithe. And let's find out what that is. Right?
For oxen or for sheep.
Hold on just a second. Let's see where he chose to place his name. Excuse me. All right. Second Chronicles, get me chapter 6. Second Chronicles, chapter 6, verse 6. Now we're about to find out where the Most High choose to place his name. Because he said, now you're going to bring the tithe to the place where I place my name at. Right? You got it?
Yeah.
Read.
But I have chosen Jerusalem that my name might be there.
I have chosen Jerusalem that my name may be there. So he placed his name in Jerusalem, right? All right. Let's turn back to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy, the 14th chapter. And if you can remember where you left off at.
14, I was on.
Okay, start at 26.
And thou shalt bestow that the money for whatsoever thy soul lusteth.
So whatever thy soul lusted after, right? You could buy it back. You could buy the stuff with the money that you sold your stuff for, right? Because the wait was too long. So you go to Jerusalem and you buy it back, right? Of the same equal value of what you had from when you left, before you sold your stuff, right? Go ahead.
For oxen.
For oxen.
Or for sheep.
For sheep.
Or for wine.
For wine.
Or for strong drink.
Or for strong drink. Stop. And for those who say that we can't drink, the Most High had us to bring, we could have a choice to bring wine or strong drink unto the temple, unto the sacred temple, the consecrated temple, right? It say for wine or strong drink. Read on.
Or for whatsoever thy soul desires.
Whatever you want to bring it. Go ahead.
And thou shalt eat there before the Lord thy God, and thou shalt rejoice, thou and thine household. And
thou shalt eat it there. So nowhere, it was only one time money was involved, but we never was allowed to bring money to the temple. We never was allowed to bring money and give to the nation of the Levites or to the Most High, whatever. Matter of fact, it wasn't even for the Most High. It was for the Levites, because the Levites didn't have no inheritance. They didn't have no time to plant this and to harvest that. You know, they did the work of the sanctuary for the children of Israel. So they had to have their food. And they could take some of that food and whatever they want to do and sell it for money. See? But they was to give food, not money. This was all food. Not about money, but everything to do about food. This is what tithes is. So how can you be deceived? This is the difference between man law and the Most High law. What man say and what the Most High said. You can't depend on your own understanding. You can't lean to your own understanding. Get the word. Get the word. It's in the word. But y'all think we wrong because we find out the truth. People probably don't even look at me the same because my eyes have been open to the truth. But the Most High word is right here. You can look at me funny if you want to, but I know what the Most High word say. Go ahead.
And the Levite that is within thy gates, thou shalt not forsake him.
That's the priest. Don't forget about your brethren who's doing the service in the tabernacle. Don't forget about them. Go ahead.
For he hath no part, no inheritance with thee.
See? He have no part or inheritance with thee. See, he don't have nothing. Because they always working for the Most High. They always working for you. You know what? Bless them. Because they working for you. These people in the churches, these pastors, these so-called leaders, they not working for you. This was for the Levites. They not offering up no sacrifices for you. Neither can they if they wanted to. You got to offer up your own body a sacrifice. And that's why he told them to pay tithe. Because that's why he said that you have robbed me. Because if you have done unto me what you done unto them, that's what he said in the word. So you held back the portion from them, then you robbing me. Because them are my people. They doing my service. For me and you. This is where the tithes come in at. This is where these are the tithes. The oil, the corn, the fruit, the wine. And the meats is the firstling, the firstlings, the firstborns of the herbs and of the flock. That's why it said Malachi 3:8. That they may be meat in my house. Bring it to the storehouse. Because they had a storehouse in Jerusalem. The temple could hold food for a long, long time. It was a storehouse as well. They had a department where they would actually store all the corn and all whatever the food and wine, all of that. Just in case it's a famine in the land. So just in case they have a drop of food, guess what? They will have. Just like in Genesis with Joseph. Where he was a dreamer and he was a man of intelligence and full of wisdom. And the Most High used him. And because of him, the famine wasn't in the land. Right? There's no famine came about. See? Get into the Most High word and learn. Read on.
At the end of 3 years, thou shalt bring forth all the tithe of thine increase the same year, and shalt lay it up within thy gates.
Go ahead.
And the Levite, because he hath no part nor inheritance with thee, and the stranger, and the fatherless, and the widow, which are within thy gates, shall come and shall eat and be satisfied, that the Lord thy God may bless thee in all the work of thine hand which thou doest.
Right. So they even had a time where they would have to bring food and lay it within the camp of the Israelites, right? And for the fatherless and for the widows, meaning the wife whose husband died and whatnot, and for the Levites. So it was different tithes. They had to come appear before the Lord in the temple 3 times a year at the end of 3 years. So there you go. So what we finna find out now is when the Most High said, try me, that I will open up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that you will not have enough room to receive. Let's see what that is. Go to Genesis. Genesis chapter 7. We're about to see what the windows of heaven. Now everybody know about Noah and the ark. The ark. Right? Noah. So this is when Noah and everyone, his sons and whatever, wives and 2 of each animal, clean and unclean or whatever, went into the ark, right? Chapter 7, verse 11 and 12. Let's see what the windows of heaven, open up the windows of heaven is.
Okay. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, the 7th day of the month, the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened. And the rain was upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights.
Right. So it said the windows of heaven was open, right? Now the Most High said, I will open up the windows of heaven, right? So meaning that he would cause it to rain upon the land, because it's going to take rain, right? Upon the land, upon the ground, right? For it to help grow it. And then the sun, he's going to cause the sun to shine on it, right? So that's what he means. So we're going to get one more chapter to close out. We're just going to get a precept of what tithes is. We're going to get Leviticus. I got you right here. Leviticus chapter 27. We're about to close out. I just wanted to bring this to your attention. Even though you pretty much have other studies out that's similar to this, I have to do my part too. Once your head is off my hands.
Okay, Leviticus what?
Chapter 27, verse 30.
Is that 27?
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, Leviticus 27 and chapter verse 30. Chapter 27, verse 30.
27 verse 30. Right.
Okay.
And all the tithe of the land, whether of the seed of the land.
Hold on now. Hold on now. Read that again. All the tithes of what?
Of the land.
So all the tithes of the land, not the tithes of your money, right? Now all of a sudden, look here now. Now all of a sudden they got an envelope. Now first of all, before I say that, I'm gonna say this. You can look up offering. We know what tithe is now, but you can look up offerings. Offerings is the burnt offerings, the meat offerings, the sin offerings, the peace offerings, the drink offerings, you know. The meat offering, if I haven't said it. But if you can look on Leviticus, the 2nd chapter, not you, the 2nd chapter, the 3rd, the 4th, and the 6th chapter, it will let you know about the offering. But now, they have envelopes in the churches. It went from animals, right? Tithes and offerings went from animals to money. You got envelopes that say tithes and offerings on it, right? It's a scam. You have been bamboozled, right? So until next time, I hope someone got something from this, right? Even though I know some people will still go with the teaching of their pastor, their leader, because you know he's their leader or whatever. But you need to open this word up and get it for yourself. All right? Shalom.